blowing today. It's still going to be in the 90s, I think, but the wind. So excuse us if we get a little bit of a wind sound. I'll speak up. Should I speak up? Yeah. All right.
Wow.
So yeah, that's our tin roof on our little gazebo here. All right. So a couple things I want to go over. First, premium members. If you're a premium member. If you're not a premium member and you're curious of what it is, you can go to makeawoodsign.com. You know what the website is. It'll be in the description. It'll probably be on the screen here. And you can just click on the premium membership thing. But if you're a premium member and you don't get the code from me, like within the first day or the second day of the month, be sure and call me or write me an email and let me know, because you should be getting those. That code, by the way, for you guys that don't know, that is a code that you can put in the checkout on makeawoodsign.com. When you order supplies, you get 5% off if you have this code to put in at checkout. So if you guys don't get that, let me know. Call me, whatever. All right, second, when you're ordering layout letters, make sure, guys, that you order layout letters from makeawoodsign.com or from the order supplies page on Dave Signs. See, and let me explain this to you. We originally had davesigns.com as our site for the other half of our business, where we make wooden letters and numbers, right? So then when we started doing the sign carving supplies, we added a different page that's got the layout letters, the router bits, the DVDs, all that stuff. That's a separate page that under order supplies. It's the supplies page on davesigns.com. If you're going to order layout letters, make sure and go to that supplies page, or if you go to makeawoodsign.com, order them there. Either place, but don't order them on Dave's side, over on the left-hand side where it says 3-inch wood, 4-inch wood, 5-inch wood. Those are wooden letters or numbers. Those aren't designed as layout letters. That's the other half of our business. So don't order them over there. Make sure to go to the supplies, Dave Signs /supplies, or to make it easy, just go to makeawoodsign.com, because the layout letters are the only letters that are on there. So if you have any questions, let us know. But what happens is some people are on Dave Signs, they order router bits, and then they want 4-inch wood letter or 4-inch layout letters, and they go over to the left-hand side and they see 4-inch wood. They think those are layout letters. Those aren't layout letters. Those are 1/4-inch oak made for designing signage outside and for businesses and that kind of stuff. Anyway, if you have any questions, give us a call, write us an email. Man, I'm talking fast this morning.
Yes, and I'm being attacked by flies.
Oh, stop it. Shoe fly. All right. So that's all I wanted to say there. I'll get that out of the way. All right. So now on to the questions. First question is, and this is basically a lot of questions that I've been getting. Pricing on signs. How do you price your signs? So I'm not going to tell you how to price your signs. I'm going to tell you how I price my signs and let you guys go from there. For me, I am up. First thing that I have to do is figure out the square footage of the board. So I'm going to. I've got a board here that I'm going to use as a sample for my second question. But it is just a. Let's just assume this is a board that we would use to cut a sign out of. It's not, but let's assume it is. So if I'm going to figure out how to price a sign, let's say it's this size, which is 9 by 22. Okay? So what you have to figure out, or the way I do it, I have to figure out how many square feet that is. So I take 9 times. And by the way, you can check out newsletter number 49, and I go over this formula in detail on number 49. But if I go 9 times 22, that tells me it's 198 square inches, because I did 9 times 22. I divide that by 144, which is what a square foot is. A square foot, 12 times 12, is 144 square inches. So if I divide that by 144, that tells me it's 1.375 square feet. That's how big this board is. Now, 1.375 times however much you want to charge per square foot. And back in the early days, like probably on number 92 or whatever, is that what I said, 92? Yeah, 49. Back on that one, I think I was around $30 to $50 a square foot. Now, because I'm so busy and I get so many orders just because I've been around so long, now really my prices are more like 70 or 80 bucks a square foot. But if we were going by, say, 50 bucks a square foot, 1.375 times 50 would mean that that's a $68.75 sign. 68 bucks. For me, I would say 65 bucks, 70 bucks. Now, how you would adjust that is if they want a lot of artwork, you can add on extra artwork charge. You may drop your square footage price if this is all just inside letters that you have. So from there, it gives you a basis. You can drop it a little bit, you can raise it a little bit based on what they want on the sign. If they want a lot of wording, they want a lot of artwork, if it's all outset letters and a bunch of them, you might jump that up a little bit. But that gives you a basic idea, formula of how you base your sign prices. That's what works for me. You guys can figure out another formula if you like, but for you guys that are kind of, a lot of people say, I got all this down, but I just don't know how to price my signs. Well, figure out what you want a square foot, figure out what your board is square footage wise, and then that gives you kind of an idea. Okay, so I hope that helps. And again, check out number 49 because I really go into a lot of detail on that one. And if you have questions, as always, let me know. I'm trying not to get splinters in my hand for that freaking ragged board. All right, so second question is, and gosh, I didn't write down, this was, I believe, a lady that asked this question, and I didn't put her name in here, so I apologize. Said, hi Eric, I have a question for your coffee and questions. We keep having people ask us if they provide the wood, what would we charge to carve it? I think they're expecting a huge discount, but in reality, the lumber is the most inexpensive part of the whole process. What are your feelings? What do you think? I agree 100%. Many times, first thing when somebody says, I want you to carve a board that I have, first thing I say is, I got to look at it first. I can't commit to anything unless I look at it. Because if it looks like that, I ain't carving it. So, there could be some instances where if the board looks like this, then it should be no problem. I should be able to carve it. So it could be, and people, many times people ask this if they have something that has sentimental value to them. Maybe it's a board from a house that their parents lived in. Any number of different things. Maybe it's got sentimental value. But I always qualify it first and say, I can't tell you unless I see it first, because maybe it's got cracks and splits and all different kinds of stuff. So my bottom line answer is, no, they don't get a discount. Sometimes they'll get a raise in price. If somebody absolutely wanted me to carve this, number one, I wouldn't do it. But if it was a little bit better than this, I might do it. But it may have a lot more labor involved in it because of the cracks and checks. I'd have to tape those off so the black ink didn't get down in there. The other, beyond me saying I don't know if I can do it until I have it in my hand, the second thing I say is I cannot guarantee, because anything can happen when you're carving a sign freehand carving. If it chips out, if it just all of a sudden develops a split in it or a crack, if it's my board, I make it right. If it's your board, I can't guarantee it. So that's the second caveat that I always say when somebody wants me to carve something that they have, whether it's an old headboard or whatever it is. Those two things are number one. I cannot guarantee. If it breaks, if it splits, if it chips out, I'm sorry, but that's on you. That's not on me. So those are the things. So as far as a discount, because they want me to carve their board, no. The wood, like this lady stated, the wood is the least expensive thing. My time is the most expensive. So, and if I've got more labor in it because the customer has a board that causes me problems, then the price could actually be more. But I can't ever quote it unless I have the board in my hand. Pictures most of the time doesn't do me justice. It doesn't work for me. I generally have to have the board in my hand, and that obviously is cumbersome if they got to ship it and all that stuff. So Anyway, I hope that kind of clears that part of it up. I'm out of breath.
We're at 10 minutes.
I'm
You
on a
talked-
roll.
Said a lot in 10 minutes.
I got a lot in 10 minutes. All right, sign carvers of the day. First, Mark Phelps. This one's really cool. Really neat, Mark. Getting a lot of stuff lately that is faith-based, which
Good.
right now is
Makes me happy.
pretty looks good, huh?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, from what I can see. you know.
Yeah, it comes out good. Even
I
though
love
you
the
got-
letters. Is that my letters? Or is that your?
These are the pointedly mad. I believe
Are
there
they?
are Western letters, if I remember right. I'm not looking at it right now. Sorry. Yep, that's our.
Doing that.
The big ones are our pointedly mad, our Western font. Yeah,
Very nice.
yeah. Mark, you did a great job. That's Mark Phelps.
The gentleman that did that cross sign that we did the other day, that one with Jesus on it,
Yeah, yeah.
I want one.
Give him a call.
What's his
Aaron.
Aaron,
Vic wants one of
I would
those
love to
signs.
have one of those signs. I need to call you and Eric can send you some money.
That's amazing. You're gonna hire somebody else to carve you a sign.
Well, can you make me
no,
one of those?
no respect.
Can
Oh
you
my
make
gosh.
me one of those?
You lay it out, I'll carve it. There you go. You did that for that other thing the other day for your flower,
My flower plant?
your planter box. I'm talking too fast. Here comes the garbage truck.
Well,
Sorry.
stop that.
Larry Marion. Sorry. All right, so we're still rolling. Just a little discussion between the two of us that the whole world's gonna see. Anyway, you lay that thing out, I'll carve it. I don't care what size
I
it
love
is.
that sign.
I'll get you a board. Tell me what size board you want. You lay it out. I'll carve it.
Well,
All
I
right.
gotta find the artwork.
Somebody told me the other day that they found it online. They found that same artwork
That is-
online.
that is
it's
just-
really cool
okay.
though. But
All right.
anyway, on to Larry's sign. Wildcat's a Kentucky fan, obviously, or he made one for a Kentucky fan. But really a neat little deal. This gave me ideas that, you know, guys, if you're looking for a niche to go after, I still think high school sports teams, parents and stuff love to buy stuff for their kids. I still think that is a huge niche to go after. Making signs for high school athletes, could be even grammar school athletes that are playing basketball, football, wrestling, baseball, all that. I think that's a huge niche that parents would love to have their kids' memorabilia about their high school days or grammar school days playing on sports teams. I still think that's a huge niche for custom signs. Okay, what am I forgetting? Is that it?
Seminar?
Seminar coming up in Vegas. Let us know if you have any questions on it. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow morning we're leaving for Big
Oh.
Bear. What?
LTS, what are we gonna do at the
Oh yeah,
LTS?
LTS coming up
The 25th,
the 24th, 25th. It's a Saturday.
Saturday the
The last
25th.
Saturday of this month, the LTS. We've got a brand new format. Well, here's what we're going to do. It's all going to be questions and answers. Because the last two LTSs have we've had challenges with, and we didn't get to the questions and answers part, which in my opinion is the most important part. We never got to that in the last 2 months. This month, all questions and answers. We're going to start out with frequently asked questions. Me and Dad and Vic, we're going to go over frequently asked questions, go over that. Then, if you guys want your questions answered, which I'm sure you do, write us emails or get them ready, and the whole hour is going to be nothing but answering questions with the three of us. If you got questions for Vicky about how she's going to lay out that sign, whatever you want, we're going
Nice
to do
quote.
nothing but answer questions. So get your questions ready. If you want to send them to me ahead of time, great. We'll have them lined up. When we don't have questions, if there's not enough, we'll be answering questions that we get all the time, frequently asked questions. So it's all going to be questions and answers. So the full hour is going to be Q&A. So that's going to be fun, going to be exciting. The other thing is Friday's newsletter is going to be coming to you from Big Bear. I've got some ideas of things that I want to do when we're in Big Bear. We're leaving tomorrow morning to go up to Big Bear, so tune in on Friday. and that will be it'll be special. It'll be on location at Big Bear. I guess that's about it. We're going to be. We'll also have today. I'm gonna grab Dad and we're gonna film a memory for Saturday. So that's still gonna happen. Although Dad is coming up to Big Bear as well, we may film it from up there. But Saturday morning we'll have a memory for you for sure, no doubt. One of Dad's memories and Dad's thought of the day coming up right after this.
And speaking of Dad,
Oh, Dad snuck out the door.
say hi.
Love the desert.
Yeah, beautiful day in the desert. And Nellie's on the porch. She's not supposed to be on the porch.
She's
All right,
up
so
there.
that is it for today, which is good because I'm out of breath. I think I'm going to pass out here. My hat's too tight. All right, so everybody have a great day, and we will see you. Dad's Thought of the Day coming up, and we'll see you on Friday from Big Bear. Have a great week, guys. See you then. Bye.
Hi, folks. Old Dave here with Thought for Today. I try to do something every day, some little thing, some way, that'll make tomorrow a little bit easier or just a little bit better. And I'd rather, this is just my thought, it's something that I read or heard one time that I thought was really profound. I'd rather fail at something that I've tried than to succeed doing nothing. It's just a thought that I had, that I'd rather try something and fail than to do nothing at all and succeed at that. So think about that. That's my thought for today.